Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle. To do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
Lady Vegas, what is going on? How you doing? Chaz, welcome. Sarah, welcome as well. How's everybody doing tonight? It's Monday. Hope everyone had not a manic Monday. Hope everybody had a great Monday. Hope everybody had fun with the... I know there are a lot of people on vacation. There are a lot of vacationers out there. Are you on vacation this week? Or did you not take vacation this week? Are you coverage for Christmas time? Let me know. I'm kind of curious what everybody's doing this week. I am coverage, and I know Christina is taking a vacation. So we have you got a little bit of vacation, a little bit of a coverage combo there going. Andrew, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Maruta, how are you doing? Waiting for the beginning of the month so I can do a donation. Well, there you go. There you go. Sarah, how are you doing tonight? Sarah, how's the job going? How is life in general? What kind of things are happening out there in the tarot land? What is going on? We're here for free live readings, and we have no questions. Let me know if you have a question. I'll make a reading. If you have a question, I will make a reading, because we're just kind of sitting here right now. Bartman, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. I had a fun day. Went and saw The Matrix today. So the new Matrix is interesting. I guess I was kind of confused through the whole thing. I got lost and I fell asleep 3 times during the movie. So there was that. So everybody had to keep, keep like bumping me to wake me up during the Matrix movie. Anyway, missed the vids, but as a pastry chef Christmas, it's crazy busy. Well, indeed, as a pastry chef, I'm sure it is. Everybody wants a cake, maybe a Christmas cake, a birthday cake, and all this other stuff. YouTube users back. All right. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. You are Chasui. Well, Chasui, it's good to see you. Good to see you, Chasui. How will the current Venus or retrograde affect me and A? I got the first question tonight. Let's go see. Well, check it out. The Tarot Tower. Look how grand it looks. I got that upward angle. It's got the upward angle. This is my Tarot Tower. In case you're new here, this is a whole 80 decks of cards, and I got another one over there, which is full of tarot decks. So you can get a tarot deck just immediately, just reach in and grab it, and it's absolutely magic is what I'm saying. And for this reading, with a little bit of YouTube user action in there, let's do the golden wheel and figure out, what kind of things are going on with the Venus retrograde. Crystals and paint. Thank you for your question. I appreciate that. And your donation as well. You got confused during the Matrix too. Yeah, I kept falling asleep. It was kind of slow. And then it picked up a couple of times, and I had no idea what was going on. So I was completely confused. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I fell asleep. That could be it, because falling asleep 3 times during the movie is not a good thing for keeping up with the plot, is what I'm saying. YouTube user, thank you for your other donation. I appreciate that. Felt a little cringe and played out the beginning of The Matrix. Yeah, they kept having all these flashbacks, and I was kind of confused with that too. Anyway, and they replaced all the old people with young people. So, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, how will current Venus retrograde affect me and A? Let's see what kind of things are going on. 8 of Wheels, Ace of Wheels, and the 3 of Cups. Now, it's definitely something. It is definitely something. Whoa, SK, thank you for your very generous donation over PayPal. I appreciate that. Okay. I think, number one, the Venus retrograde makes both of y'all kind of look at other people. First thing, both of y'all kind of look at other people. A little bit of that 3 of Cups, third party action in there. It's also instability is just instability is already there. Instability it just seems to be inherent within this. 8 of Wheels says you can work through it. I don't think this is going to be a problem, basically, right? I don't think it's going to be a big problem. It is something that's work throughable. You can get to it, right? We can get a little work done in that, but there is an inherent instability within the 2 connections that you're going to have to sort of account for. And as well, a little bit of the 3 of Cups action. It feels a lot of things need to, you're sort of looking at other people, scanning at other people. So, sort of looking at everybody else like, ooh, that's a cute person over there. We're in Venus retrograde. You gotta figure out how that's gonna be, or where it is gonna end up is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? We got YouTube user with your fourth donation. I appreciate that. We got SK with the donation on PayPal right now. Well, let's go to crystals and paint. Follow-up question from yesterday's reading. Why did he bait me to comment on his post? Ooh, let's find out. Let us find out. Why did he bait me to comment on the post? Why do you need comments? Why does he need this attention? Why does he need this kind of thing, right? Anyway. Oh, man. Let's see what is going to be there. Yeah, crystals and paint. It's okay. I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Lonnie, welcome to the stream, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, let's go for the default crystal deck right here. This one over here. Why did they bait me? I got it. I got it. It's perfectly fine. Crystal, we understand. We understand. I got it. I read chat and all of that other stuff. You hate talk to text sometimes. Yeah, that is funny. Like half the time it butchers whatever you said. That's just it's the nature of the beast, I think. It is something where it's going to butcher what you said pretty much half the time, and you're going to have some weird thing. Sometimes you got to pre-read it. You know, talk to text used to work great, but now it's kind of iffy sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, why did they bait me on commenting on a post? King of Cups. Very interesting. 6, you got an 8, and then you got a 4 of swords. This is something that feels like that, you know, it's just a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't something that was planned. It's more of a spur of the moment thing, not something that is going to be sort of a regular scheduled programming kind of thing. It's just a spur of the moment. King of Cups into the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles says, hey, if I give out hints, if I do things sometimes, if I sort of, you know, put things out there, then maybe some people will sort of reply, or some people will be in the same mindset or something like that. This wasn't planned. It wasn't like some big thing. You know, it's just sort of a spur of the moment post. And they were just like, hey, this is something I want to post. I'm frustrated. And this person's clearly frustrated, not having a good time. They are having difficulty getting everything that they need. And 4 of Swords, they've given up a lot. They've just given up. They've just checked out. They've given up. They don't really want to deal with some things. And, you know, they're sort of just 4 of Swordsing it right now, giving it a rest, taking a break. They're not getting into the new stuff. They're not sort of reaching out, trying to resolve things. It does feel like they're a little bit on the you know, hopeless side in some respects. Liz, thank you for your donation. Zimmy, what's going on? Good to see you. 8 of Wands said they had to make a post. This is something where they just had to express their feelings, express their frustration. It's almost like they're short on people to talk to. They don't have people to talk to sometimes. They need people to talk to communicate with, to interact with. And it feels like a lot of times they're just not there. The King of Cups, right? The emotional distance of feeling out on an island, almost a little bit of a hermit feel when you get the King of Cups as it is. And next to the 6 of Pentacles, I'm reaching out. I'm trying to make connections. I'm trying to get people, you know, that are on the same page, on the same side as me. It's just sort of what they do and how they deal with things. 8 of Wands as well. They had to make a post. They have to get their frustrations out there and get it known. And they feel like if they can make some connections, if they can make some, you know, things out there, then that's what they want to do basically. And that's their way of doing it, is sort of making posts like that, or making those type of things. Eve's channel, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Maruta, looking for sympathy. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just need to vent. You just need to vent. And if you have somebody that could reply, if you have somebody that can agree with you, or you know, or sort of like that, then they're gonna be doing that. Try to talk to him directly. I mean, yeah, it does make sense. I mean, I understand. King of Cups is out on an island. They're a loner. They're not they are emotionally distant. They are not really emotionally connected to a lot of things, and they're sort of put up with it. You know, they sort of fed up, put up, and not exactly in the mode to do a bunch of other stuff. So they're kind of stuck. A little bit of this stuck. We got a lot of YouTube user after we go to PayPal and go with SK. SK wants to know, will my person come back with a love offer? I don't know, with a love offer. What is a love offer? Is that like I'll give you $100 or something? I mean, $100 is $100. I'm just saying. I don't know what a love offer is. Is that, will you give me $100? I don't know. Well, let's find out what a love offer is. I mean, if I'm going to make a love offering, you gotta make it properly. That's what I'm saying. You got to make it properly. Susan, this is your reading. Here you go. There you go. Ms. Free, welcome to the stream, and thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I mean, there's a love offer right there. There's a love, or you could offer the love balloons. The love balloons is the better offer. That's what I'm saying. The love balloons is always superior. Every time, 100% of the time, the love balloons win, all right? I mean, just bottom line, the love balloons will always make the grade. Will my person come back with a love offer? Simple yes or no question. Oh my. The Fool? The Fool is a love offering just by itself. Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Seven of Wands. This is something where they're going to make, when you say, I don't know what a love offer is, but I guess a yes or no question, I'm going to say yes. I mean, there are some stipulations here. Let's review those. Let's have that out. KD, I thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Now, this is something, let's sort of review how to read a question where you just don't know, I guess, sort of where they're going or what the main gist of the question is. So if you don't know what a love offer is or anything like that, you're trying to figure this out, kind of where do you go? We're going to treat it as a yes or no question for now. The Fool says we're going to take a leap. We're going to take a chance. We're going to do something. We're taking that leap. We're doing that. And you do have sort of an offering position here. They are literally putting things on the ground and they're making an offering. They're giving themselves up and making the offering. So this really points to a yes. I'm giving an offering here and I'm sort of giving up and making myself available. Knight of Pentacles, as always, is another movement card because it's a knight. But right, Eve's a channel. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. It is a movement. It is a movement card, but it's also being proud of what we have. This person has planted a lot of wheat, and they're proud of it. Right. The Temperance. It's a nice balance. In other words, I need this happy family situation. I need these things to be there and to be available for me. And if I can get it, that's going to be fantastic. It could be something that I really want to do. Seven of Wands sort of limits how much the investment they're willing to make. If I'm going to make an offer, I'm going to give myself up. I'm going to make myself vulnerable. There's only so much. There's only so much that they're willing to take with this. I'll tell you that now, right? So you have to sort of adjust yourself and accommodate yourself to that. They're not going to be giving up everything. They are having limits, and they understand what that is, and you're going to find out that quickly. They do want some stability and some good things coming in, and they do like sort of this happy family together, and, the love situation, they want it. They desperately want it. They're willing to give up some things, but only so much. So overall, we're going with a thumbs up on that. A little bit of thumbs up action is all you need on the love offering. If I'm going to make a love offering, it's going to be with the love balloons. That's what I'm saying. And a bunch of thumbs up. Peace on earth. What's going on? Good to see you. All right. What else we got? YouTube views are coming in with the quad shot tonight. Got a question on career. What kind of career things can we do? Can we do that? Will they want to get back together? Absolutely. Susan, so easy. Yeah, absolutely. They want to get back together. A lot of good stuff. Peace on earth. Speaking of good stuff, what are you doing? What are you doing over here? Thank you so much. YouTube users coming back. Requested a meeting with senior manager to discuss working from home. Will she approve it? Ooh, yeah. Will I get an earlier schedule? I don't like working in the middle of the night. My God, that's what I'm saying. If we are going to get some work ratings, some career ratings, you got to use my deck. You know that. We got to use my deck, the Waterfall Tarot. If you want one, I'm just saying, link in the description down there. You can pick one up with no box for like $19. That's just scary cheap. Love Apples, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas, Love Apples. Did you take vacation this week, Love Apples? Are you going into work? What is going on over there? Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to take that Christmas vacation, a little New Year's vacation, get it done, get her done. Anyway, We're going to try to work from home. Can we do that? Oh, it looks bad. It looks a little terrible. It looks a little bad. I'm not saying it's hopeless, but I'm saying I'm going to give it a thumbs down for just the feels of that. Now look, let's talk about this. YouTube. Two of Wands reversed, Dominion. Dominion is having control of the situation. Rose, thank you for your donation. Dominion is having control of the situation. I got command. I have command of this situation. I have control of all of this environment. And it's flipped. It's flipped. It doesn't look good. You're out on an island here. It seems like you're the only one. It seems like they're going to isolate you and say, hey, we can't do this one off for you. This looks challenging indeed. And the broken heart from getting the bad news. YouTube, I'm just saying right now does not look work from home friendly as far as this goes. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only, but that combo is a little bit challenged for me. All right, A&I, a year from now, I mean, we're bringing in 2023, and YouTube user comes into the Tarot Oracle show, and YouTube user says, hey, let me tell you the status of A&I. Let me tell you the status of A&I. You know, that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad. We've seen some more difficult readings from that. I think a year from now, y'all have come to an agreement about how y'all do things, is what I think. Sarah, thank you for your donation. A year from now, y'all have an agreement about what you do, right? Sort of a friends with benefits, maybe, sort of an agreement upon we're doing this, we're going forward in this manner. Here is our relationship. I think you hammer out the relationship, and I think you still know each other a year from now. Really do. Six of Swords, we're traveling. This is a slow traveling vehicle. I think it slowly travels. You're slowly able to come to an agreement. You have your highs and you have your lows, just like right now. YouTube user, right now you have highs and lows. You get sort of this more of a steady, predictable kind of thing at the end of the day. And I think a year from now, you still know each other. And I think you'll come to an agreement upon kind of what you want to do, how you want to do it. HK, thank you for your donation. All right. We got one more YouTube user. A has gone quiet. Is he trying to create some distance? I don't know. Some people, all right, let me tell you this. Some people like to be together for so long and then they need some space, right? I mean, I know somebody in the other room that's like that. They want to be together for so long and then they need a little space. You got to balance out life. You know what I mean? You can't dedicate your life to this one thing. You got to balance it out, a little bit of the temperance feel. You know what I'm saying? Seven of Cups says this is one of those. This is one of those. They have a YouTube user. Let me tell you this. They have a lot of things to do. They have a lot of things to handle. They have a lot of things on their plate. They have a lot of things hobby-wise. They have a lot of friends. They have a lot of things to do in life. And all of these choices, all of these things sort of surround them. And they do need to balance things out because they're always thinking of what's next. What is going to be the next thing? Where am I going to go with that? And the moon reversed, right? They can't be dedicated to one big long path, one big dedicated path. They want to flip around, flop around, use their time wisely, enjoy life, have fun, and that's the way that they go. So yeah, sometimes they're quiet, sometimes they need a little space, a little together, a little space, a little together, a little space. It, like temperance card, it balances out at the end of the day. Ain't nobody can blame nobody for that. That's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, chat, back me up here. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a break, you know? What is a Chicago song? Sometimes you need a little time away, or so they say, from each other, right? Okay, anyway. All right, hello. Well, hello to you, Lonnie. Lonnie, it's been a minute. How you doing over there? Lonnie, I hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you had all the good fruitcake, ham, turkey, dressing, all that good stuff. Hope all the good desserts, all the pumpkin pie, chocolate pie. I made mini cheesecakes last night. And might I say, those are like a crack addiction. Mini cheesecakes and the little, in the little cupcake tins. It's just like it's a little bit of a serving of a cheesecake. You don't got to slice it, you know what I'm saying? And then be like, oh, that's too big of a slice. Now I feel like a glutton. No, it's just like a little cupcake sized cheesecake. And it is divine. It is divine. There's nothing like homemade cheesecake, is what I'm saying. Because you can control all the variables and get it just like you like it, right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, don't some other people love your resident Sagittarius? So yeah, that lady knows. Lady knows. All right. How does Gemini feel about working things out after our fight today? So we waited until after Christmas. We had a knockdown drag out. How does that Gemini feel after all of that stuff? Man, just Queen of Wands and the Two of Cups. They are a little bit they are a little bit upset at this point. Queen of Wands, they're thinking of all sorts of things that they need to get done with the Band-Aid has been ripped off of this. You know what I mean? The Band-Aid has been ripped off and they are just ready to go. They are ready to go, ready to roll in combat mode. Got a little bit of that Seven of Cups. They feel isolated. They feel like you're not on their side anymore. They feel like things are just down and things are sort of a little bit on the anxiety time and a little bit too much beefcake. In that beefcake. Seven of Cups, I just need a little bit of I need to calm things down. I need to isolate. I need to figure out how to deal with these things because I definitely think that they are going to deal with it. I think they've called a couple of people. I think they've called a couple of their friends and they're like, what the hell am I supposed to be doing here? YouTube user, thank you for your 5th donation. I think they're kind of like, what am I supposed to be doing? I'm not sure. A Queen of Wands, it's going to be okay. You take a deep breath. Everybody has these fights. Everybody has a knockdown, drag out, like you're on the floor. You're doing like a tarot throwdown, but in real life with no tarot cards. You got a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is they're able to figure it out, able to make the adjustments. They've talked to some people about this. They know what to do. They've got some good strats. They've got good people on their side. They know kind of, the external people giving opinions about how to do it. Two of Cups says you're going to make up. You're going to make up. Not going to be a problem at all. Not going to be a problem at all. I don't think this is going to be a difficult situation. Just give them a little of that time. Give them a little of that time to cool down, right? Neve, what is going on? Good to see you. All right. Let's see. We got Liz Starr over here. Advice on how to excel at the job I just started. Liz, I'm telling you now, you're already excelling at the job. Why? Because you're trying to figure out how to be the best. You just started and you're already trying to figure out how to be the best. Do you know who does that? Nobody but winners. Nobody but winners like you is what I'm saying. I can't tell you how many people start a job. They're on their phone. They're like, yeah. What do you want me to do? And they don't even try. You are over there just making the grade. You're over there just making impact. And because you're asking this question, you are going to be the superstar of the company is what I'm saying. I mean, come on, back me up, chat. Back me up with this. You get the new person on the job. What's the first thing they do? They're on their phone half the time. And you get the new person on the job and they really don't want to do things. And like, oh my God, I have to do what? I have to do this. And Liz Starr is already the star of the show. Liz Starr is already the star of the show. So I'm just saying that winning attitude that you have basically means that you don't have to do much. Just the fact that you wanted. Okay, anyway. All right, I'm harping on this, but I'm just saying. Anyway, all right. What can I do to just be the superstar? Ace of Coins, Knight of Coins, Page of Swords. This is something about learning. It is something about absorbing information. The more information you have, the more stuff that you have under your belt, the more powerful you are at that job. Let me tell you, there's one lady that started a job where I'm at, okay? She learned, we have like 8 applications that we support. She learned all 8 of them. And she learned them very well. And she became like the default person that we go to for like 2 of these big applications because she volunteered for it. She got all the documentation. She read all of it. She took notes. She memorized a lot of that stuff. She went and got certification after certification. She learned everything. And she's a superstar of the show. I think that's part of where you're at. Page of Swords. How much information can I get? Can I absorb? Can I figure out to make all the info, take the hot notes, get everything ready, get everything under your belt, because you are now the master of where you want to go, how you want to do it, and you know all the procedures, all this other stuff. Knot of Coins is sort of take pride in where we're at. What have we done? What has been there? What can we do to make it better? In other words, look for improvements. There's a lot of easy wins with improvements is what I'm saying. A lot of people just do things the hard way, and, you know, and you can make it much easier by working smarter, not harder. Not only that, but improving the processes and coming up with ideas. And the Ace of Coins says innovation is your friend. Innovations, learning, getting the information that everybody else doesn't know, being the person that people come to when they have a question, that makes you the superstar, and that's where you're headed. That's exactly where you're headed. You don't even have to try much. Strength says be patient with yourself as well, because this is a lot of things to take in. It's a lot of things to pick up, and it is something that you get overwhelmed. Don't do that. Strength, be patient with yourself. Get in there, be patient, be strong, and, make yourself the superstar. Because Liz, you're going to come back to me in 2 months' time, and you're going to tell me that you are the superstar at work, and everybody's coming to you asking you questions because you learned everything. You picked up everything. You took notes on things that nobody else wanted to even bother for, and that makes you the superstar. Anyway, Ms. Free, I'm just saying, let's get the balloons out for Liz. Get the balloons out over here, because Liz is just going to be running the company probably, I'd say in about a year, Liz is going to be running the company. Ms. Free, pull some cards for next month. How will 2022 start out? Let's see what kind of things we got going on. It's going to start out good. It is going to start out good. Lady Vegas got the Poe and the Tarot in Wonderland. Woo, that is nice. Lady Vegas, those are 2 winners right there. You got a whole lot of win. You wins the internet by far. All right, let's go over here to the Tarot Tower. Let's pull out the big guns tonight over here with the Mons Tarot, because we got Miss Free to make happy tonight. Pull cards for the next month. What kind of January things do we got going on? Because everybody, you gotta understand that January is going to be the month. January is going to be the month for a lot of y'all. There's a lot of stuff going on in January, and I think that's going to be the place where, a lot of people are pretty comfortable, pretty excited is what I'm saying. 8 of Wands is it. When you start off January, you definitely need to launch forward full steam. Launch forward and get it going full steam, because it is going to be one of those where if you hesitate, you snooze, you lose. Okay, because there is going to be a train passing by. You want to hop that train and get aboard. 8 of Swords says get launch ready, because you want to go out the door. You want to get out the gate running full steam. That's what I'm saying. Emperor as well. You need to take command of the things that you need to take command of. A lot of times, Ms. Free, everybody will sort of see something and sort of go, not really do anything about it. Emperor says take command of things that need to be handled. If you can do it better than somebody else, you got to take it over, kind of thing. The Emperor says take command. Don't get pushed over. Don't get pushed aside. You definitely want to take a stand on things that are going to be important to you in January, because 6 of Pentacles says there are some offerings coming. There is some money coming your way, not in January, but more of a February feel. The 6 of Pentacles, getting gifts, getting money. I think you have an opportunity for that. Looking fantastic for January. Page of Pentacles is so interesting. Watch what you invest in. Watch what you put your money in, because I think there is a money dump opportunity that you want to skip. I don't think you want to dump your money into these things. Be careful of your investment, not only money, but time. Be careful what you're doing, how you're doing it, and why you're doing it, and double check yourself when you go into these situations that you're not giving people too much, you're not putting too much into it, and you're definitely making it worthwhile if you're going to put your effort or your money aside for this stuff. Anyway, let's see what's going on with Eve Channels. Hi, I want a love reading. Eve Channels wants some love. Eve Channels get some love. You always ask. Well, Eve, I hope you get it. Hope you get all of that fancy love. All of the good lovins up there. Oh man, Tarot of Oppositions? Ooh, let's do it. Tarot of Oppositions it is. We're going to flip some of these cards. All right. You know, we're going to flip some of these cards. Get a love reading out there. Get all of this stuff going on because Tarot of Oppositions makes the grade when it comes to that. Jared's Tarot. What's going on? Good to see you. Jared's Tarot. How are you doing, my friend? All right. Let's see what is going on here. It's just like the pages. You know, I don't dislike no pages. I'm just saying, pages are all right. Pages are all right with me. Okay, all right, what are we doing here? We got a little bit of the Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. It is about getting out of our comfort zone with love, with relationships, with things like that. We don't want to stay in the comfort zone. Comfort zone is no good for this particular environment. Comfort zone is no good for you in the next couple of months. You need to get outside of that. Try something different. Try someone different. Get out of sort of the habits. Move past some of the things that you have been stuck with. I think some of the damage that you have had in the past, some of the things that you have run up in the past, it's ready to give it up. Four of Pentacles, hanging on to what we have. Don't hang on to it. Be more open, be more adjusting, be more free, be more adventurous as far as love goes. I think that's going to make a lot of things happen because you have the Two of Cups immediately after that. It's almost like you get immediate results with this as you create the environment, you create the atmosphere that's going to be open for love. It's going to be more available for love. Getting outside of the usual patterns, getting outside of the comfort zone. Nice. Five of Swords, a Lord of Defeat indeed. This is something where you don't give up. You just keep going because I think love is really freaking frustrating sometimes. Sometimes people will cut you off or they'll ghost you and you're frustrated. Sometimes you get into a situation where everything is just too anxious and too anxiety and it feels like everything is lost and everything is hopeless and time starts moving slowly. Don't get into those traps. Don't get into that tricky situation. Feel free and loving and sort of free yourself from a lot of the negative thoughts or a lot of the patterns that you have seen that are holding you down with that. Because the Eight of Swords says there are no really restrictions for you. You can create whatever environment you want. You literally are creating your own reality. Whatever environment you want, make that, create that, and be happy is what this says. So there's your general love reading, Eve. Hope that made a lot of sense. Thank you for your very generous donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I hope you find yourself some love because that Two of Cups look very loving indeed. Ooh, you know, it is the Lord of Love. Two of Cups is the Lord of Love, and a lot of people are like, you know, I'm not sure about that Two of Cups versus the Lovers. I mean, well, you know, you need to be more sure about that. You need to be more sure because that's just as freaking powerful. Now, speaking of powerful, we got a pregnancy reading. And as always, I'm going to refer you to tarot guidance. I have a section on pregnancies, all right? We have a section on pregnancies in this book. What to look for, what to get, how to see things, what to scan for with a pregnancy. Right next to the Empress, right there, right? We have a break time. YouTube user, thank you for your donation. Break time pregnancy. This covers what to look for. What do you look for when you do a pregnancy reading? What are going to be important things? Tarot guidance available in the description. This is my book, in case you wonder. So let's go with a little bit of tarot guidance. Let's go with the tarot guidance. And let's go to the tarot tower and get it. If I'm going to do a pregnancy reading, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm thinking the Meraki. Meraki. Oh, man. Speaking of top decks of the year. Speaking of top decks of this year, the Meraki Tarot is all about it. Is all about it. And let's get it done. This, you know, spoiler alert, you know, tomorrow is the best decks of 2021. At noon Central, we got me, Dr. Mystical, Christina, and Zach from the Tiger's Abyss up in here doing all the good decks. And this is on my list. The Devil. Oh, interesting. Pregnancy. Three of Pentacles, Justice, and the Chariot. Man, this is a challenged reading for a pregnancy in 2022. Overall, I just don't see. Overall, is it buffering for others? Let me see. No, I got 30 frames per second, 0 drop frames. I have 6% CPU. It is beautiful. The weather's fine. The internet weather's fine. For me, at least. Anyway, will I get pregnant in 2022? I'm going to say no. We have a lot of challenging cards with this. We have the Chariot sort of moving past this or not able to sort of get that done. 3 of Pentacles working towards it. YouTube user, thank you for another donation. Justice card, the balancing out, not being available with that. And the Devil card, almost like a little bit of an adjustment period is needed before getting pregnant. Overall, I hate to say it. I hate to do a thumbs down. I'm going to have to do a thumbs down. I don't see any pregnancy card. I don't see anything that I could even remotely look at as far as getting a pregnancy card going. Man, it just seems like even the you could sort of see this maybe as a womb. I guess, and sort of being protected and having something in there. And then maybe this is a birth. Man, this is really stretching it a little bit. G-Star, thank you for your donation. It's really, if I really had to stretch it, to the extreme, I would maybe, but I'm really leaning towards a no. I don't have any of the key cards that I need. I guess we go back to the Thoth and stuff like that. The Thoth, the Devil is a big wiener. The Devil is a big wiener. So I guess you could have wiener. If you reach back to the Thoth, you could have a womb type of thing here. You could have sort of a delivery here. I guess I'm not going to lean that way. Overall, I'm going to say no. I'm just going to say no to pregnancy in 2022, unfortunately. I'm going to have to go with my gut. I'm going to have to go with what the tarot is saying for me. And I'm just going to go with a no. Anyway, well, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I really wanted to get you a yes, but there's so many good cards. I didn't just see any of them. Anyway, will I do a side hustle next year? What kind of things we got for a side hustle? We're gonna get some action going on with the hustling and bustling. If I'm gonna hustle and bustle, I'm gonna do so with this one right here. I'm gonna do so with a little bit of the Light Seers Tarot and seeing what's going on. G-Star wants an apartment. G-Star, hopefully you can get that. I sure hope you can. Let's see what's going on. KD is having all sorts of connection problems tonight. KD, I'm sorry. It's not me. I swear it ain't me. All right. Yeah, no buffering for Maruda. No buffering for Sarah. No buffering for me. The connection looks great on my end, so I'm not really sure. Anyway, all right. And Sarah, where are you? You're next. You're actually after this reading. All right, let's check the queue out in case anybody else has a question about the queue. We got Rose Flower. We got Sarah HK, a bunch of YouTube user, and G-Ster up in here. All right, we're getting side hustle. Can I do it next year? 8 of Swords restrictions, but I think you're able to get the side hustle going. I think you're able to leap in there and get it going and get it done. Overall, I'm going to say yes, I like the side hustle. Let's review the cards a little bit here, like I do always. 8 of Swords says the side hustle that you're kind of looking at, the one that you're kind of counting on, is going to be a little bit more difficult to get into than maybe expected. 8 of Swords, I'm restricted. I'm tied up. I'm not able to get a lot of the things done that I need to get done in respect to this. Side hustle could be indeed challenging for me. 7 of Pentacles, though, says, hey, I work towards it and I get this action. I'm able to get the functionality going. I'm able to get the planting done that I need for this. This is going to be encouraging and it's going to be a yes. And the Page of Wands, I'm taking the risk. I'm taking the chance. The Page of Wands, I'm taking an action, taking a little fiery action in the meantime. That fiery action includes a little bit of a, casual stuff, a page, kind of a casual, not super serious like a knight, a little bit of a casual page, bringing messages in, able to get the side hustle going. And overall, I like it a lot. Is what I'm saying. I love it. And I love Sarah coming in here every day, donating almost every day too. Sarah, thank you so much for being a big supporter of the channel. Sarah's always here. I appreciate you so much. Sarah. You know I do. You know as I do. All right. Now, Sarah's got a little bit of a love relationship challenge going. I mean, we got T. Mr. T is feelings, thoughts. He texted me 4 days ago and I did not reply. I mean, Mr. T, do you give up? Do you give up or do you keep stalking you? I don't know. I don't know. But who does know? I'll tell you who does know right now. That is going to be the traditional manga tarot. Depends on being there. It depends on being there. All right, let's see. Texted them. I ain't texted back. What are their thoughts? Are they going to continue to stalk? Or, at some point it gets kind of awkward when they ghost you and they text you back. Now, I got ghosted recently. Here's what I did. Let me tell you what I did, and y'all give me feedback. I got ghosted recently for 5 days. I got ghosted for 4 or 5 days. What I did, Val Mary, thank you for being here and donating. What I did was, instead of begging the person to come back and all this other stuff, what I did was I sent loving and encouraging words. Now, this was my girlfriend. I sent loving and encouraging words, cute little messages, like basically thinking of you, I'm still here, I'm thinking of you. I didn't want to just have silence. I wanted, like, once a day to have something sweet, nice, pretty kind of thing, you know what I mean? And that's what I did. And it worked out because she came back. So that's a good thing. So, sometimes when you ghost, what I didn't want to do is cut off communication, and they cut off communication, and then it's like awkward. I will let them know that I'm still here. I support you. Whatever you need to do, I support you. And just give out love, just one-sided love, not please come back. But hey, anyway, so that was my strat. That was my strat. Anyway, all right. Because that opens the door for like offering, they know that they're welcome to come back. They know they're welcome to come back. They know that you're not mad or anything like that. They always have an open door. And when they want to come back, it's their choice. So anyway, that's the right way, bro. That's Jared's tarot. That's what I'm saying. All right, let's see. Anyway, okay, the texted me. Let's see, what did they say? Did not reply. Okay, they texted me, did not reply. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and the High Priestess. This is something that they know you're going to be okay. They know you're going to be okay at the end of the day. They know it's going to be all right. 10 of Pentacles, happy home, happy family. They feel like there's an inherent stability like that, but that's the way it goes. They have an inherent stability there. 4 of Wands, a happy home, happy family with 2 cards. It feels like they're so comfortable with the sort of the connection. They feel like everything's going to work out. It's not going to be a big deal. High Priestess, it feels like they know you. It does feel like they kind of know you, and to give you whatever you need, if it's space, if it's time, and just provide that and give that away. That's going to be something that, that makes the grade, that works like that. I like a man like this, but the good ones are taken. I mean, I'm a good one, I think, and I am taken indeed. That's so Virgo. That's so Virgo male. That is. That's the right way, brother. That's a very nice thing to do. I try. Yeah, there you go. If someone ghosts me, I wish them well and do something else. Andrew, that is the key. That is the key there. That is key. Anyway, all right. Joe, welcome. Speaking of Mr. Virgo, what's going on, Joe? Saying hi to Mr. Virgo. By the way, I'm the Virgo. Does James want me romantically or just physically? Ooh, we have a sexual throwdown.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
We have a sexual throwdown. I don't know. I don't know. I've never had a sexual throwdown before. Let's find out. Let's find out about that. Let's find out. Too much confidence. Well, I'm kind of an insecure kind of dude, but, I'm kind of an insecure kind of dude, but I'm learning. I'm now on medication. So medications help with all of that stuff. Okay. Sexually is going to be up top here. Sexually, romantically is up top, and sexually is down here. Romantic, sexual. It is a tarot throwdown. Romantically, oh man, They want the romantic. They want the romance. They want the romance. It feels like even sexually, they want you to hold their testicles. I mean, they're holding testicles in the picture. There's some testicle holding in here. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not making assumptions. I'm just saying. Anyway, somebody's holding a testicle. All right. But no, romantically, it feels like they are very a romance type of based person. Is based person. Anyway. All right. But yeah, I mean, you are looking at this sort of a little bit of the action. They want something started. And this is Mr. Romance himself, sort of riding on the waves of emotion, getting the romantic connection. There's a lot of romance going on here. Even with the sexual realm, you're back to romance, other than hanging on to the sack. You are back to romance down here. It feels like that. It feels like there is some emotion, some heavy emotion coming out even during the sexual thing. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, go read a book on the thoughts. I'm not kidding. I mean, take a look here. You can take a look here, and you can see the caressing. You can see the caressing right there. You can see the caress going on. I'm not kidding. Y'all think I'm joking. I mean, get a Thoth book. Get a Thoth book. So yeah, I think it is about the romance and about the feelings. I think this person has a lot of feelings, and they want to get those feelings out. They want to get the feelings going. And there's a lot of romance and sex. It looks good. It looks good. HK, I think you got a good combo. A nice combo there. A very nice combo indeed. Just don't squeeze too hard. Will I get an earlier schedule from February? YouTube user coming in for another triple shot. What are we going to do for a triple shot? We're going to go with a little bit of a Poe. Somebody mentioned Poe. Oh, no, we don't do it. We're going to do with it. We're going to stick with the new ones. Tarot of the Curious Creatures, in case you wonder what it is. That is it. Jay, no, there actually is not a list indeed. Sim, what's going on? Good to see you. We got Jay No in chat. Welcome, everybody. If you have not hit like and sub, please do that. We got news coming. We got all the good stuff on the channel is coming your way. We got a pastel course coming out as well. We got oil course. We got a tarot creation course. We got all of this stuff happening on the channel, and you're going to miss it. We got tarot streams every single freaking day. Tarot streams every day. Tomorrow, we got the best decks of the year. Let me hype the best decks of the year, because I'm telling you, this is an epic show that we're going to have tomorrow. We got 4 people in here, all with different opinions of the best decks. Why would you watch my show about the best decks of the year? Let me tell you why. Number one, looking at the deck on Amazon is totally different than having it in your hand, putting it out on the table. You have quality, you have how thick are the cards, how good are the cards, is it holding up, and more importantly, how does it read? Me, Dr. Mystical, Christina, and Zach of the Tiger's Abyss do a lot of readings, and you want to know how these decks are working out. Are they accurate? Are they good? Can you get into the pictures? Is the symbolism on target? How many wow moments have you had with this particular deck? You want to know this stuff. You don't want pretty pictures on a deck. You want to know, how does it read in real life for 1,000 readings a month, because I do 1,000 readings a month, real life readings. Is what I'm saying. Anyway, you gotta watch this show. This is gonna be epic. G-Ster, you are 2 away. We got let me show you where you're at in the queue. G-Ster's like, how much are you gonna blab, Mr. Fat Man, reading the tarot cards? No, we're here. We got 1, 2, and then G-Ster. So we got YouTube user triple shot. We got G-Ster. We got Val Mary. We're rocking it tonight, my friends. It is a party, is what it is. It is a party. All right, YouTube user. Can I get an earlier schedule from February? Queen of Swords, Page of Cups, High Priestess. Yes, I think you can. It is quite possible indeed. High Priestess says the knowledge is there. The information is there. You are going to get a little bit of an earlier schedule. Why do I say that? Because the Page of Cups, more like an earlier feel with the page. Queen of Swords, you may have to do a little negotiating to get it, but absolutely, I think it is possible. Get your negotiating hat on. Get your negotiating negotiating hat on and make it happen, because I think that door is open and all of that other stuff. YouTube user wants to know about career. Let's see. I close at work about my mom's health risk. I'll be able to work from home permanently. Okay. If so, you have a work from home situation, can I tell them about my mom being sick or something like that, and then work from home permanently from that? That may be an option. That may be, I mean, I've seen that work. That may be an option. I'm not saying. Death, Judgment, King of Pentacles. I'm going to say that may work. Now, entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only, but I'm thinking that may work. I'm thinking the tarot card says that may be something. Death says that this information changes something. It changes something. It does. It changes something. It changes the procedure, changes all that. Judgment, rebirth, reincarnation. It gives you a second chance to get what you need for this. And King of Pentacles is the retired banker. It is relaxing, sit in the easy chair, making things happen. I'm going to say that actually does work. I'm going to say it actually is functional. Now, before you go do that, now, I am a random fat man on YouTube reading cards on the internet. So before you risk your job, saying something about mom's health, you need to understand that I don't know. I'm just a regular dude doing cards. So you need to, use your better judgment. Anyway, 2/3 of majors. KD, 66.66% is what I'm saying. Speaking of decks of the year, speaking of decks of the year, Amy from Push Kitty, deck of the year for me is literally going to be, spoiler alert, by the way, the Little Buddha Tarot. Andrew's waiting for this one. Honey Delight, it is great to see you. How are you doing? Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. How are you doing, Honey Delight? All right, reading for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, you don't make good decisions when you go with a fat man reading cards on the internet. All right, last one, a YouTube user. You got Judgment card, Chariot, and the Sun. All majors this time. We're not messing around anymore. We're not playing around no more. Maza B, what's going on? Good to see you. All right. We got the last question out of here. A and I spending because consider making the plans for New Year's at this point. All right. Bottom line, will we make the grade? Will we get it done? I think it is possible indeed. Thumbs up. I'm going straight thumbs up. Judgment, you get a second chance. Rebirth, reincarnation with the movement of going to the New Year's events, and the sun is out on you. It's shining on you. I'm going with a thumbs up on that. That's all majors. This is a big deal for you. You do. This is a big deal for you, and I think it works out indeed. G-Star's got a question. G-Star wants to know, what about my freaking apartment up in here? I've been checking out this apartment. I've been trying to get this apartment, and I want to know what is going to happen. What is going to happen with this freaking apartment? G-Star, I understand your frustration. I've lived in apartments my whole life. So I know getting that key apartment is so important. Emperor in the World says yes. It says yes. It is so easy to make this reading. We got majors again. That speaking of, okay, let me bottom line this for all of y'all. But okay, I'm going to say this on the show tomorrow, but I'm going to bottom line this for all of y'all right now. Preview. Okay, preview. The readings from this freaking Little Buddha Tarot are insane. The readings are insane with this Little Buddha Tarot. It's like, okay, Little Buddha Tarot and the Curious Travels. For raw readings, Turquoise Silver, thank you for your donation. For raw readings, the Little Buddha and the Curious Travels are insane. It's insane, is what I'm saying. Anyway, overall, I say yes. I say we're going to get the apartment that we want. The Emperor, the command that we need to get the apartment, the world moving, getting all of this stuff going and moving around is going to be there for you. It's going to be there for you, and I like it a lot. All right, Val Mary has a question. Val Mary wants to know. We'll see. Going to reach out to me and get back to me anytime soon because Val Mary is waiting. Samantha, thank you for your donation. It's good to see you, Samantha. It's been a minute. How are you doing over there? All right, let's go for. I mean, speaking of curious travels, we're gonna do the curious travels a couple of reads because, like I just said, for reading quality, this is insane. The readings I get from this are bananas. I'm not gonna say it approaches the Thoth. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it. But occasionally I'll get a reading and I'm thinking, damn, that's approaching the Thoth. Like if that occurs in my brain, that's a good rate. It's a good rate. All right, reaching out to you. Gonna get to me back anytime soon? I really don't think so. I really don't, man. I think there is a level of conflict here. Gene, thank you for your donation. Look at you, Gene. Thank you for that. Happy Monday to you. I think there's a level of conflict here that can't be resolved until you take a break. You need a breather up in here, is what I'm saying. You need a breather. The Six of Wands, right? We're sort of riding in, we're sort of moving in and trying to think of this as a successful connection. But in reality, we got a heartbreak waiting to happen here. Even if we do make a connection, it's going to be vile. It's going to be vile. You need to take a break from this individual. The Knight, we need to make some distance. We need to move away from each other. We need to take a break, take a breather, and see what kind of things that we can do. See what kind of things that we can do separate, and then maybe readdress this later. Maybe reevaluate it later. But Val Mary, I would keep them. I'd keep them at a distance right now. Honey Delight coming in. Everything be okay with January and the landlord. Oh my. Speaking of apartments, or speaking of something going on, speaking of something going on, Val Mary, yeah, you should keep ghosting. Keep ghosting. It doesn't seem like the good time to unghost. Okay, is there a term for unghosting? Do you end? What do you do with a ghost? Do you end a ghost? Do you unghost? Do you break a ghost? I mean, what is the end of a ghost? What is the proper term for that? Y'all let me know. All right, man. I need a ghost emote. Okay, here's what I need. All right. Okay. Well, let's break this down, my friends. Let's break this down real quick. Okay. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Let's break this down real quick, my friends. All right. We need some animated stuff on the stream, clearly. First thing we need is a ghost. Okay, we're going with a ghost. First thing we need is a ghost, an animated ghost. That's going to be number one. Second, we need a heartbreak. We need a heartbreak animation and all of that other stuff. A ghost and a heartbreak animation. And we need a 2022 something for 2022, like a New Year's thing and all of this other stuff. So yeah, ghost, heartbreak, and a 2022. Okay, so we get a New Year's thing, we get a little bit of a ghost, and see what's coming back. Gene knows. Gene's got the ghost. It's when the Ghostbusters come. I like that. We could do that. Anyway, all right. We'll see. Will everything be okay in January with the landlord? Chariot 7 and the 2 of Cups. Yes, I think it's going to be okay. Now, we do have a Chariot card. Are they trying to get you out? Are they booting you out? Are they trying to eject you? Or what's going on in the Chariot? The movement from the Chariot's making me a little bit nervous, quite frankly, honey. Making me a little bit nervous. I'm getting getting a little anxious here with the Chariot and a 7 of Wands. It looks like that they either want you to move or somebody doesn't want to move, or there's some friction here as far as moving or maybe paying off something or something like that. The 2 of Cups says we work it out. Bottom line is that everything be okay. 2 of Cups says, yeah, we come together, we work it out. Not going to be a big thing, not going to be a problem. Overall, I like it. Scorpion animation, that could be it. I like all the ideas in here. Scorpion animation indeed. Because sometimes them Scorpios going to pull out that scorpion tail and they're going to sting you with that damn thing. They're going to sting you about it, thinking about the movie. It's going to be okay, honey. Nobody's forcing you into anything. I don't think it's going to be all right. I don't think it's going to be that bad. So I just relax with it. Should be okay. All right. So the thumbs up. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Oh, man. What do you think about this one? Can we do this one? It's been a minute since we have used. since we have used this. I do like this one a lot. Samantha's coming in with a double shot. Look at you. All right, general reading for January. What kind of things can we get going here with a ghost? Yeah, we need a ghost. Definitely. This is a ghosting. This is a ghosting channel. You know, if you're going to ghost somebody, you're going to come to the Tarot Oracle Show.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
It's going to be the Tarot Oracle Show. All right. Ace of Cups, Hanged Man, and Ace of Wands. Oh, man. Some of the things you've mentioned in the past about people, relationships, and connections, those are all going to come back to haunt you next year. They're all going to come back. All of these people are just going to come on back. That's what I'm saying. So you're going to have to deal with that. You got an ace and an ace. It feels like a lot of initiatives coming back, a lot of people coming back, a lot of things that you got to deal with. Ms. Michelle, thank you for your donation. And the Hanged Man says you're going to have to reevaluate it from scratch. Because I think a lot of these people have changed. A lot of these connections have changed. I think January is the time to catch up, resolve, and close the door on a lot of these things that are kind of pending for you. It's basically what I think. A lot of these relationships that you've asked about, a lot of these connections you've asked about, could be the Virgo, it could be other connections you've talked about, need to be resolved, and I would recommend you start that in January and figure out what you're going to do long-term for some of these things, because I think they're going to be coming back to haunt you. That's what I think. I think January is the time that begins, that process happens. Art and writing. Ooh, speaking of art and writing, are you making a tarot deck? That is all about art and writing indeed. If I'm going to art and write, I'm going to use this deck right here. We're going to use this deck right here. You're the one that wants to move. Indeed. I mean, you know, moving, getting out, all that other stuff. Overall, your question was, will it work out? I think it'll work out indeed. I think it'll be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay over there. Anyway, art and writing, what kind of things can we get done with that? We have the 10 of Cups. Man, it is about passion, ain't it? Ain't it? A little too much concern, worry. We got some support network things going on with that. I like that. 2 of Cups, it is about the connection indeed. Val Mary, thank you for your other donation. You're looking basically at picking and choosing which one you want to focus on. Which one you want to focus on. I think, bottom line, choosing the one that you want to be passionate about and chasing that one is really going to fix the problem that you're having about a sort of a split focus. And some confusion, some split focus, not being as effective as you could be. The 2 of Cups, find the match that you need. Find the match that's going to be magical and going to be 100% for you. Because the 10 of Cups says you need to have a happy home, happy family with the thing that you want to be passionate about. If you don't, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be here, there, and everywhere. I think it is not going to work out as well as you had hoped. Again, I think you're on split focus. I think you really are. I would pick the one that's going to be the most passionate, the one you're ready for, the one you're ready to chase. And I would go with it like nobody's business. This is also about training. This is also about picking up new skills. The 3, right? Maybe I can watch a YouTube video, learn something new in the art realm, learn something new in the writing realm. Maybe I can take an adventurous book and read it and get some ideas and get some inspiration as far as writing is concerned. Overall, find that match that's going to work best for you and chase that one in exclusion to the other one. I think that's going to be your best bet. Split focus, really don't think it's going to work out. I really, entertainment purpose only, but I really don't think the split focus is going to work out for you in 2022. At least not in the beginning. You need to get something sort of you need to get a pattern going, regular pattern going. Samantha, thank you for your donation. Can you read what's coming to me? Career, finances, the Phantom deck. The video was great. I appreciate that. We can get a Phantom deck for you indeed. All right, we are ending soon, kind of wrapping it up tonight. Wrapping it up a little bit. We're going to take a shower and eat a banana, and then we're going to go watch some videos. Speaking of art videos, I bought me some art videos, and I want to watch them, and I want to learn some stuff and pick up some new skills and see what kind of things are waiting out there for me. What kind of skills are waiting out there for me? Because I'm into art too. Writing, not so much, but art, that is my passion. That is my adventure indeed. I mean, I say writing is not there, but I do have a tarot book that I wrote. I say writing is not my passion, and then I wrote tarot guidance. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, all right, let's see. Happy Monday to you too. Rating. What's coming to me with career and finance? Four of Wands. Oh man, there's something. Amber the Page, thank you for your donation. There is some things you are chasing that are really going to work out for you in this. It's almost like a home business or something like that. Career finances, a home business, a home type of thing you're doing. Four of Wands looks at home, and the King of Cups. This is about finding passion at home, finding some good stuff, finding some things to chase, and a lot of good things happening with that. I think the King of Cups says that home business, independent business is going to be good for you this year. I think 2022 is going to be the time where you can start selling things. You can start creating things. You can get that inspiration. You get a lot of stuff done with that. Page of Wands kind of says so as well. It does say watch any jumps in career or big leaps. This is not the time to do that, especially not January and February. It's not the time to make big leaps, big bounds when it comes to these things. You need to have sort of a separation with this. Take it easy in January, February, especially Emperor. You always get Emperor in readings. I mean, that's kind of where I'm going anyway. You are looking at making your own path. You're making your own success at this point. Career finance is all about the work that you put into it, is the sort of the success that you get out of it. You do have sort of a one-to-one relationship here, right? The work that I put in is the success that I get out. I don't think you're on a mouse wheel or a rat wheel where you're going round and round and you're not making any progress. I think that actually you are able to create some very big successes in your life, and I think now is the time to do that. But as far as career is concerned, don't go out on very much of a limb. Don't get the Fool card. Don't get the Fool card in January or February. But anyway, big leaps. In other words, major changes. You want to dodge major changes in January and February. In other words, if I'm doing a career as a tarot reader, I don't want to start doing a career in IT instead. You know what I mean? That's a big leap. That's a big change. That's a big difference. You want to make it. You want to make it very steady, slow progress, and find out those things as it comes down. All right. Man, it's been a minute since we've used this one. Come on, bring it, my friends, bring it. You know it's been a minute since we have used the Gilded Tarot Royale. We've been spoiled by Ciro Marchetti and the Mystic Palette Tarot. We're going to go old school. We're going to go old school tonight. Is that okay? I assume it is okay for Samantha. Will C and I become friends in 2022? Let's find out if we can become friends with Samantha. I'm saying being friends with Samantha is a really cool deal there. All right. Let's see what we can do with the friendship action. Man, we don't. Okay. Four of Cups. Oh, King of Swords and Nine of Swords. No. Okay. First 4 months, no. First 4 months, no. Four of Cups. This is something where I offer it up. I get these things. I offer them up and ain't nobody buying at this point. A King of Swords, it seems like just getting resistance, right? They want it their way, or they want it sort of in this mode they like. A Knight of Swords says after the first 4 months, I would say after about April 7th, April 8th, they're going to be a lot more open than they are now. They're going through something. They're going through something. So if you can stay clean away from them, as far as April's concerned, I think after that, you have a lot of possibility indeed. A lot of possibility, and I like it. I like it overall. A little Ciro Marchetti action tonight. Look at this. Look at this. Miss Michelle knows what I'm talking about. She wants to know how is the Cancer feeling about me and see what is going on. What is going on? All right. Cancer. You know, you never kind of know. Cancer, you know, sometimes the cancer is good. Sometimes the cancer is not so good. Man, the Two of Wands reversed, Dominion reversed, Swift, the Queen of Cups, and the Hierophant. You know, James, thank you for your donation. The Queen of Cups with the Hierophant. It says we have a lot of good feels, a lot of good emotions here, but they keep it to themselves a little bit too much. The Cancer, the crab action is so true with this individual. It's so legitimate with this individual. It feels like the crab sort of crawls back into their shell at the slightest thing. They wear their emotions on their sleeve, and it's difficult for them to come out of the shell sometimes. It's difficult for them to take anything. It's difficult for them to take a risk. A lot of the things happening, the Two of Wands, they don't want to wander into unknown territory. They don't like that unknown territory, especially the Hierophant. They want security, stability, and things like that. Sometimes you can't offer that, Miss Michelle. Sometimes sometimes you're having a problem offering that up. Sometimes there is an inherent instability with this connection and they just don't like that. But I think that they do have some passion. They do have some good feelings for you overall. You don't get the Queen of Cups in a reading and not have some good feelings. So I'm going to go. They like you. Have some good things here, but getting them out of that shell and getting them out of that shell is going to be rough for anybody. Ain't nobody got time for that. Life is too short, understands what I'm talking about. Val Mary, whose cards are coming towards me in love in the close future? Let's see what's going on with that. We're going to use a nice Orion's Animal Tarot. Vote. Vote. Should the Orion's Animal Tarot be in my top decks of 2021? Let me know, because this is a hot deck. This is a very popular deck. A lot of people love this. I know why you do, because it's gorgeous. But, should this be in the top decks? Let me know. Three of Wands, got the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. Man, Jesus, a lot of fire. There's a lot of fire up in here with this. You're looking right now for love, and I think you got something coming your way, definitely. You don't get this much fire in any reading without really kind of watching it, So that is going to be there. 3 of Wands says that we have something coming, somebody coming, obviously a fire sign, master of the obvious, a fire sign. You're going to have a little bit of an action going on with that. So you have some possibilities here indeed. A 10 of Wands as well says this is going to be a little more adventurous than you're hoping for. Maybe a friends with benefits, maybe a little bit more adventure than you're hoping for, and a little bit sort of a settled down and stuff like that. A 4 of Wands says you're going to be able to make it your home, though. You're going to be able to get some comfort. You're going to be able to get some security within this, even though it is a lot of fire indeed. I think you're going to be able to handle it. Not going to be a problem. 10 of Wands says it's going to be a little bit much at first. You're going to be like, oh my, that's a lot. That is a lot. Val Mary says, geez, that's a bunch of wands. It is. It is. But, sometimes wands are great. Can I get accepted to a PhD program? Speaking of great, let's find out. If you can sneak into this PhD program and make it into there and get your PhD, become Dr. Samantha Vanderman. Let's see if that's going to be Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Swords. Oh my God, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. That is a thumbs up. That's so nice. That's so beautiful. 9 of Pentacles, the success you need. The penultimate? The penultimate? Yeah, the penultimate card of the Pentacles, the stability, the goals being satisfied, the goals being reached, the effort being rewarded, and the Ace of Swords, the connection, the communication that you get for everything being okay, everything being accepted, everything being on target. Overall, that's a massive thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, please hit that sub button. We got news. This is the only channel where you're going to get the news. You're not going to get news anywhere else. This is the channel where I'm going to go through all of the decks you need, all of the decks that are coming out, all the hot decks that you need to order, that you need to pre-order, that you probably may not even know about, hopefully. Anyway, this is a place to get the news. It's a place to get daily streams. We've got so much stuff on here. What to look for in 2022. Amber the Page, welcome to the stream. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I appreciate all of that. You're really loving swans lately. It is. The Orion's Animal Tarot probably going to be in my top decks. It's such a beautiful deck. You put it on the table and it just puts you in a good mood. You're doing readings with it, private readings with it. It just makes the grade. I love it. Okay, anyway, what to look forward to in 2022. You got the Knight of Pentacles. This is something where 2022 is a lot more predictable than you think it is. There's a lot of things in 2022 that are just predictable. It's nice. You can kind of understand where things are coming from. And there's a level of control and, sort of a stability that you have inherently with a Knight of Pentacles, especially being the first card sneaking in here, especially with the Queen of Cups in there as well. It is a lot of things to be passionate about. I think a lot of the things that you're sort of creeping into your life that are coming into your life in 2022 are things that you're excited about. Not a lot of just big spoilers or big emotion killers or anything like that. I think you have so much beauty, so much activity and good news coming, especially around the first couple of months of the year. Everything coming in, you're kind of excited about. You have some opportunities. And I'll say opportunities because of the page. There is some things that you're gonna have to get on the ground floor of of doing in order to make it in 2022. Kiki, before it's over and no. Kiki, I'm not taking any more donations. I'm ending soon. I will be here tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. So if you can donate now and I'll read it tomorrow. I mean, sure, let me know. Anyway, all right. This is something where you're going to be able to get on the ground floor of something. And I'm looking at April, May. April, May are the ground floor opportunities that you're going to be able to get in, that you're going to be able to look forward to as well. You do have some failures. You do have some challenges. You do have some things that are going to be hitting you, especially around, I would say, March, and then again in September. You're going to be able to recover from it, shake it off. I don't think it's going to be a problem. Really don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. But March and September, just be prepared for a little bit of a speed bump, a little bit of a drama fest kind of thing. You know, you're just going to have to put up with it. You're going to have to put up with it and move past it, because I don't think it's going to be around that long, in my opinion. The last reading of the night. How does he really feel about me? It's not a love situation. It's just somebody I know. Do they like me? Do they like me, or have they had enough? Have they had enough of me? Sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes people have had enough of you. You know, the way it goes. Anyway, Ace of Cups is interesting indeed. All right. Let's see. All right, not love. We have an emotional thing. We'd have a love card in the Lovers. We'd have a love card. We have opportunities. We have a little bit of a command and a control, as it were. You do have a sort of an 8. You do have an 8 of Pentacles. This is something that doesn't come easy. It is something that doesn't come easy, is what I'm saying. It's not love, but you have the Lovers and you have the Ace of Cups. So they like the initial sort of a short burst, they like you in short bursts. They like you in small doses, not something where like long-term, extended areas kind of thing. I think they're going to warm up to that, but right now it seems kind of difficult. It almost seems like that connecting with you or having you around sometimes is more work than not having you around, if that makes sense. You do have an 8 of Pentacles action there. Having you around is more work than not. Overall, there's a good connection. The Lovers always has a good connection, but it does feel like you do have sort of a short burst in that connection. We can do this short term and then maybe a little bit of a break. More short term, a little bit of a break. Having long extended connections looks kind of difficult for this. Maybe it's because they consider you a little more work than if you're not there. Maybe it's because you do sort of add to something. It could be anxiety, stress. It could be literal work that you add at your appearance. But this is something that you kind of got to work through and give them the opportunity to do that. Overall, I think you work good together, or in other words, when together, this is a good thing. The Lover says so. This sort of a empowerment feel says so as well. But again, watch long-term things, long trips or something become a problem. Overall, it looks good. Overall, it looks pretty good with some caveats there. Anyway, that is it for me. Speaking of which, I'm here every night. If you need a reading, I appreciate it. Come on back tomorrow, next day, I'll be here every one of those. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all the generous donations y'all had tonight. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow.